Here's a recipe for a good way to use up any leftover lamb from your Sunday roast. I'm going to make Mediterranean lamb and feta cheese phyllo spirals. So first of all I'm going to make the filling. I've got here 250 grams of diced cooked lamb. This is shoulder of lamb. And I'm going to add just a pinch of cinnamon, a teaspoonful of paprika, 75 grams of sultanas, get nice and fruity, 5 chopped spring onions, they're going in there. Just give that a quick stir over. And I've got a couple of tablespoonfuls of chopped parsley going in. Let's give it a pinch of black pepper. Wouldn't add any salt because now we're going to add some feta cheese, which is quite salty, so I think there's plenty of saltiness going in there. So we just sort of crumble this cheese in. You don't want to break it up too much, you want it to keep some of its bulk. So we just gently stir that together. And it looks sort of, it will moisten up as it cooks with the cheese and really the sort of the fat that's still in the lamb. It will sort of come together inside the phyllo. And there we have the filling. Now we start to prepare our phyllo pastry. We have here a bowl of 50% melted butter, 50% melted olive oil. I pop it in a bowl of hot boiling water so it doesn't harden up again. So we take our phyllo pastry. This does dry out in heat, so you have to keep it well wrapped up. Let's just get that out of the way. So open it out. Brush it over well with the melted olive oil and butter. The edges is probably the most important because then it'll help seal them. There we go. Now we get the lamb mixture. Pop it all along the top of here. You won't need to put a lot along the line because this is, in theory, this is a portion, or you could make one and just cut it in half for 2 people, but in theory it's just for 1 person. So, and this is obviously, phyllo is much healthier than doing puff pastry, short crust pastry, but I far prefer it. I think it's lovely, especially when you get that lovely crispness to it. So you carry on working it along. Do it quite tight. Just keep going, going, going. Quite fun to do. Children will probably like helping you do this in the kitchen because they've got little fingers which are quite nimble, so it's probably easy for them to do. So nearly there. Stuff him back in. Now the fun bit, you get it to there and you start to curl it round. I find it's easier if you take it round, let it go, just let it tease it round all the time along the line rather than try and get it and wrap it round. This way you get a good tight spiral. So then you've got that there, together nicely there. Get your baking tray, pop him on, and a good coating of the olive oil and butter on there. Just for a bit of a chefy bit as well. Just stick a stalk of rosemary in there. Looks really nice when it's cooked up. Makes the oven smell good as well. So that's the first one done there. For a final touch, just pop a little bit of paprika in a tea strainer and just shake a little over each of the spirals. Gives it a nice nice colour when it comes out. So these have had 25 minutes in the oven, just come out and they're all nice and crisp and golden. So my serving suggestion for these is, just pop one on a plate there, is a rocket and tomato salad, or just a plain green salad. And then I just mix a little bit of natural yoghurt or Greek yoghurt with some herbs. I do a bit of parsley and a bit of mint. So there we have it. Mediterranean lamb and feta cheese phyllo spirals.